Jimmy, you made your Six Nations debut in 2016. Did you think you'd still be going 10 years on?
I didn't. I didn't think that I would make it to one more, to be honest. No, look, being a part of this team and having played so many games that I have, it's an absolute privilege. And the Six Nations for me is one of the best competitions in the world in sport, let alone just in rugby. And to have played, this to be my 10th Six Nations it's surreal.
And over 100 caps, but only a couple more Six Nations left because you retire. So how much are you focusing, yes, on winning, but enjoying these moments?
Yeah, that was the main thing for me. The main reason why I wanted to get it out there was my intentions around retiring, because it allows me to sort of free myself up and enjoy it, the good, the bad and the ugly. And that's very much my intention over the next 18 months. Try and contribute as much as I can on the field, but enjoy trying to go out with a bang and lift some silverware along the way.
Talk about silverware. You've won a couple of these and a Grand Slam. How close do you think this current team is to the one in 2016?
I think we're in good form. I think the comparisons are difficult. I think it was a different time. 10 years ago, rugby was in a different place. But I think the similarities are, there's a really tight group of players who really enjoy each other's company, but we've also got a huge appetite to get better and to win things. And there are certainly parallels there, and we need to continue to have that mindset if we want to do what we want to do.
You've been around rugby a long time, this squad with Thistle, Sella, Yogan, the young debutants, but then the old heads, Daly, Slade, yourself. Is that key, do you think, to putting your best performance out there and trying to win the championship, getting that blend right?
Yeah, getting the blend right is absolutely what it needs to be, and having the sort of youthful energy coming in, and we also, as senior players, I think we know that our responsibility is to make sure that we set a standard with regards to expectations around what it requires to be an England player, whilst also creating an environment where those young guys can come in and add. And they certainly give us a huge amount of energy in the mornings when we're waking up stiff and sore. But it's really nice to have a great group of young players who are enjoying themselves, who are having the time of their lives playing for England. And sometimes it's important for us older guys to take a leaf out of their book as well.
I was going to say, you've had a great autumn and come into this, maybe favourites along with France, who knows, that's from the outside. How do you deal with pressure, and how have you throughout your whole career?
I think it's important to sort of compartmentalise it a little bit in terms of the pressure comes from externally. The only pressure that we're putting on ourselves is to try and be at our best, to try and take step forwards every day. So the more that we can block out the noise from the likes of the media, that's an important step that we need to take in order to be the team that we want to be. And everyone's obviously aware that there is a little bit of talk about our form and us presenting ourselves well in the autumn, but we know that if we play at the same level that we played at in the autumn, we're not going to do what we want to do over the next couple of months. So we need to be a better team, and that starts in Girona this week. It's making sure that we make it very clear about the sort of team that we want to be and the expectations that we have on each other when we're on the field. 2
home games, Wales starting first and then 3 away. Hard as any championship to win?
Yeah, whenever you get this draw, the blue team's away, it's going to be challenging. We're going to love welcoming Wales and Ireland to Allianz, but at the same time we know that we've got some tough away days there, and we haven't won at Murrayfield for a long time. So this competition is about momentum. We want to start off well against Wales, and then we'll start looking forward to the other challenging games that we've got ahead.
At 35, what drives you? What keeps you going on the rugby field?
The fact that I've got 18 months left. I'm as driven as I've ever been. I want to win things. I want to finish on a high. I want to enjoy what I'm doing, but I also want to make people proud along the way. That motivation hasn't particularly changed. If anything, it's just been emphasised with being clear on when it's going to finish.
Finally, you say you want to win things. Is that the only success come March and April? Do you lift that trophy?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think we want to. That is very much our intention. But equally, every person that you'll speak to here today, every captain that you speak to here today, it's their intention too. So, I think for me, it's been a little while now since we've lifted that trophy, and it'd be incredible to get our hands on it. the way that we do that is going to be the most important thing, and focusing on each game at a time and getting off to a good start is going to be big for us.
Jimmy, thanks so much.
Thank you.